Good morning, fellow traders. Bubba here. It's time for the Good Morning Market Prep for Friday, September the 25th, 2020. I hope everybody had a great night last night. This is brought to you by Positive Trends Research, and everything we're going to talk about is for educational purposes only and not investment advice, so please take a moment to review this disclaimer. Awesome. All right, let's check and see where we left off the market yesterday. So SPX, bearish engulfing month, still in effect as we have 4 trading days left in the month so far. So it could be pretty interesting. Let's see what they have in store. But if it closes like this, getting a little bit sketchy right off of the upper Bollinger Band there, by the way. Weekly chart, right? So what was the big thing we'd be looking at here? The Cloud Canyon, right? So we were expecting some volatility to creep up as this started to work its way down, and that's exactly what we're seeing. See how that gravity kind of pulls these things down? Very, very cool stuff, and the RSI working its way down as well. Daily chart, okay, so we talked about this last night. Right now, it looks like we're just in a corrective pattern because are still in this trend box. The trend box keeps stretching because this corrective pattern is a zigzag pattern, right? We talked about the different patterns yesterday. So this is a 5-3-5. So we're looking at impulsive, ABC, and then impulsive, right? So the symmetrical move brings us about here to 3,200, but possibly to the bottom of the cloud. We might see a bounce off of there. So a lot of people are looking at the 200-day moving average. So we'll see how that holds if we do break down even farther. If we do break down farther and we confirm below with volume on the now we shouldn't be seeing a big volume bar right here on the SPX. A little glitch last night in TOS, it looks like. But if we do see increased volume close below the trend box, then we'll assume that the trend is shifting and that the corrective pattern has worn itself thin, and then we're just going to go from there, right? But in the meantime, we are still contained by a channel, so we do have to respect that, right? So you can see the channel right here on the SPY. So until we can really kind of break out of there, it's like, okay, we're still in the corrective pattern, right? But either that, the trend box keeps shifting too. So we have that going on. Let's take a look at the S&P futures, see how they're looking this morning here. So down 20 points this morning, which stinks because it went green for a little bit last night. But that's okay. So kind of is what it is. So we formed a fresh drop here, obviously. So we had a rally-based drop, right, and then a drop-based drop right here. It retested that drop zone, and obviously that's an effect. And then we drop down even farther. So that gives us a geometric line to look at. We've got a signal zone below right here, which seems to be gravitated towards. So we'll see how that goes here into the open today, and maybe we'll get a bounce of that one. The bulls really do need to step up here, but because the overall sentiment has been bearish, obviously, over the last couple of weeks. So geometric lines here on the MES, not really much going on here short term. We talked about this geometric line right here. Obviously, that held really well throughout the evening. Right, didn't quite get tested, but kind of got in the range right there. And at this point here, I mean, really, I don't have anything. I don't see anything else. So if anything, we might be looking at sort of like a megaphone type look. So we'll see how that goes going into the rest of the day here today. Let's take a look at the Qs and see how they're behaving here this morning. Q's kind of starting to cascade down here this morning too. Got a lot of levels to work with, right? We got this level right here from yesterday. We got this level right here to work with from yesterday, and of course the the lows of the day. So I mean, it's not looking all bleak, right? So but let's see how it holds those levels going into the rest of the day today. IWM kind of working its way down to a couple levels right here. It seems to be holding this right now, but it's not really bouncing off of it. So we got a couple levels here as well on the IWM. So let's see how those hold going into today as well. Let's take a look at Apple. Apple. So it's down about a point here this morning. Had a kind of a crazy day yesterday. We pointed this out at the open, the relative strength at the open. We were looking for a lot of gravitational moves yesterday up, a lot of short covering, things like that. So members did really well on this yesterday, which was fun. But right now we're just kind of dealing with this type of stuff. So let's see how we go here into today. Again, kind of like a little bit of a megaphone-ish type. Well, not megaphone-ish, but in this case, sort of like a wedges type look. Let's see how it holds the lows. These major pivots from yesterday. 107.50 is going to be a big level. Otherwise, we could test the scene of the breakout yesterday. Let's take a look at Tesla. So Tesla just kind of hanging in here today. It looks like it's just kind of triangulating into the open. So definitely keep an eye on this one, see if it gets any strength and decides to squeeze higher. Again, had a big bounce off its bump line yesterday, so let's see if it could squeeze out any more shorts on this one, as it likes to do. What else do we got going on here today? So not much else. I mean, on the earnings front, Costco is the only one that had earnings. It is down here this morning. It does have a chance for a reversal today. It can get a little bit tricky with the options ever since volatility picked up. But keep an eye on that one, see if it does a reversal. Workhorse was one of the only ones that was kind of gapping up this morning, but it's already kind of back down here today. So just keep an eye on the electric vehicle names, as they can be interesting. INO was gapping up a little bit earlier here. It's kind of a couple ticks higher. So I don't know, just see how it goes. It looks like they're trying to do a little something with it, but not too much. I'm not really seeing too much. That's the only one that's kind of really gapping here this morning. Penn. Interestingly, down here today, so it's right at the yesterday's pre-market lows. So see if it loses those this morning. It's had an epic run up when the other casinos were working their way down. But if we do get below yesterday's lows, right, that could that could see these the 60 level right here on Penn. And finally, the only other upgrade we really saw today that was interesting was SPLK. Not sure how much it's really affected pre-market, not much, but keep an eye on it. Right, it shows like some Baird upgraded it. It kind of shows maybe some strength in the software, so it's a cloud sector. So we'll see how that goes there today. All right, guys. Well, I hope everybody has an awesome Friday. Keep in mind it's Friday. Be careful with the Friday momentum theta expiration, and also don't be afraid to consider next week's options so you don't get a sign going over the weekend unless it's part of your trading plan. All right, guys. We'll catch you guys in the lunchtime market update. Stay healthy out there, and remember your risk first and stay safe so you can stay in the game. And I'll talk to you.